Hi guys, it's Ray Newland here, the founder of Just for Keepers. First of all, a big thank you for coming to check out what this goalkeeping coaching one-day workshop is all about. Now, if you've not heard of J4K before, please spend a few moments to research Just for Keepers and also myself, Ray Newland, and you'll see that we are a very reputable company. We've been going now for 15 years. Actually, in fact, before I explain how this workshop works, let me just give you a bit of a brief information about J4K. Also, you'll notice as well, guys, there's no fireworks going off behind the scenes. Sometimes you see these coaching videos and they're trying to impress you with what's going on behind the scenes. I don't believe in any of that crap. I'd rather speak to your goalkeeping coach to goalkeeping coach, if that makes sense. So I'm not going to apologise for this being basic. I just think this is the best way to do things, if that makes sense. So very briefly about J4K. J4K was founded in 1999 in Liverpool, England. It's now the leading and largest goalkeeping schools in the world, currently operating in 22 countries and across 5 continents. And we coach about 10,000 goalkeepers every single week. I'm also very proud to say that there's no other goalkeeping organisation even comes close to the success that we've had for our students. Literally, we've helped thousands achieve their dream, get into professional football or soccer clubs, and also help just as many get scholarships in colleges and universities throughout the world as well, but mainly the USA. So, but not only have we had a huge success for helping young goalkeepers, we've had just the biggest success helping goalkeeping coaches around the world. In fact, we've helped more goalkeeping coaches change their lives for the better than any other goalkeeping organisation again in history. So again, it's something that we're very, very proud of. Now, so that's just a bit of brief about J4K, but as I say, please do some research on ourselves if you've not heard of J4K. Now, regarding this goalkeeper coaching workshop, what this is all about is I don't want to use the word secrets because it sounds a bit dodgy, like it sounds a bit sort of corny, but in a way it is secrets because it is a secret because unfortunately for 95% of goalkeeping coaches, they actually scrape a living. Now, I'll be honest with you, and it's going to get worse, I'll be honest with you guys, because as you know, there's more and more goalkeeping coaches coming on the scenes after those same limited jobs. And what's happening is the wages are getting lower and there's more goalkeeping coaches coming on the scene, if that makes sense. So you've got to do something different because the reason why most goalkeeping coaches sort of fail to make a decent income for themselves and the family is they follow the herd. Now, eventually, if you follow the herd, you're going to get slaughtered, to be honest with you. And one of the things J4K has done over the years is we've gone against the grain. We've not followed the herd, and as a result, we've made our own pathway in the goalkeeping coaching world, if that makes sense. Because again, I don't want to use the word it's a bit corny saying secrets, but yeah, in a way, it is sort of what we do is very, very unique. And I'm very proud to say that the goalkeeping coaches that have joined J4K over the years have gone on to make a full-time income, but working part-time hours, if that makes sense. And if you get a moment, as I say, there's another, I'll put the link down here somewhere, goalkeeper-jobs.com. Just read about what goalkeeping coaches have actually said about J4K and how we've changed their lives. Because as I say, we've helped a lot of goalkeeping coaches change their lives. Okay, so regarding this goalkeeping coaching workshop that we're going to do by yourself, what's it all about? Well, it's a one-day, without stating the obvious, it's going to be a one-day goalkeeping coaching course, and literally it's going to be, the morning's going to be on the field, in the afternoon it's going to be a workshop. And obviously more the sort of I suppose the business side of how we do things as well. Even though that you might be employed, the business side will still help yourselves. Now, I know you might say, well, I can go and get my coaching qualifications. What's the difference? Well, first of all, I strongly recommend that you go and get your goalkeeping coaching qualifications, no matter which country you're in. Go and get them. It's very important. But what we teach compared to what we teach in J4K to what you will learn with a governing organisation is completely different. The governing organisations will coach you to get your certification, which is fine, that's their job. What we teach is how to make a living. It's the difference between night and day, if that makes sense, yeah? No governing organisation will teach you how to make a living. Yet they'll give you the coaching qualification, but they will not teach you how to make a living. And the reason being, with the greatest respect, most assessors have not got the ability to teach you how to make a living, because they're probably scrapping a living themselves for the most part. And I don't mean to be disrespectful to any goalkeeping coach, because I would never be disrespectful to any fellow goalkeeping coach, but I think you all understand what I mean by that, guys, if that makes sense. So that's what's unique about, obviously, what we do in our workshop, is we teach coaches how to make a living. Now, please don't think we're money orientated. Far from it. We're still there. We want to give the best to our students, a fantastic service to our students. But you know, we're just very fortunate that we do a good job, and the money obviously follows as well, if that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, we've all got families. We've got to put food on the table. You know, so at the end of the day, if you're going to be away from your families, you might as well make it a decent living, or a great living, rather than scrape by, if that makes sense, guys. Okay, yeah. So again, rather than me harp on about, you know, how this workshop can obviously, you know, help you with, help you basically, create a full-time income working part-time hours. Just do some research on J4K, rather than me try and harp on, and because like any other goalkeeping coach, my hobby's talking, and I'll be on here for about 5 hours, to be honest with you guys. But it'd be great to see yourself, even if you're a competitor at J4K. Listen, just come along. Don't worry about that. As I say, it's like keepers union and all that type of palaver. Come along, guys. We're up with like most goalkeeping coaches. We're an open book. We're quite friendly. Just come along. I'm sure you'll get a lot out of the day, and I'm sure that you'll go away a better goalkeeping coach, but more importantly with a different concept, on how to think. And again, because I say we think with J4K, we think more like entrepreneurs than goalkeeping coaches. And again, please don't be put off by that word entrepreneurs, because we are still goalkeeping coaches. But one thing you've got to remember as well, what's happening now doesn't matter what country you are in the world. There's only that many jobs, and every single week, whichever football governing body, they're churning out more goalkeeping coaches week in, week out. So there's more goalkeeping coaches for those same jobs. And if you don't do something different, unfortunately, guys, you're going to be in that 95%. And again, please don't think I'm knocking any governing organisation, because that's their job to develop goalkeeping coaches. It's not their fault. If people want to go and get qualified, that's obviously people's choices. And obviously, while coaches want to get qualified, obviously the governing bodies are there to quite rightly, give these qualifications out. But every single week, guys, you've got more and more competition after the same limited jobs. So if you don't do something different, you will end up in the 95%, seriously, guys, okay? And hopefully J4K can help you be in the 5%, if that makes sense. So again, rather than me, as I say, I've gone into talking mode again, but rather than me going on, guys, okay, research J4K. If you would like to come to the workshop to find out how we do what we've done over the past 15 years across 22 countries and 5 continents, just fill your details in below, and hopefully, we will see you at the one-day goalkeeper coaching workshop, guys, okay? So this is Ray Newland, wishing you the very best of goalkeeping coaching, guys.